Hello everyone and welcome back to BattleBox Batrep, where we are back with 40k Combat Patrol. For those of you who saw last week, we have painted up some Orks and they are coming in hot. So many Orks, they all look so good. I love Orks. Orks are amazing. They're going to be fighting up against the Space Marines of the Trench Hounds, who have a reasonable readable track record, I guess. I've attached the librarian to the Terminators because against this many boys, yeah, something tells me that yeah, we're gonna want sustained hits. The mission is as always randomly generated. So we got deployment zone. We have supply. Okay, so supply drop is we're going to randomly generate 2 of the central objectives on turn. It's very weirdly worded. That's sentence. Words are hard, people. So basically, we've got to pick one that will disappear. Well, one of them will randomly determined will be disappear on turn 4. The other one, randomly determined, will stay on turn 5, which is very, very weird to me. Yeah, so I'm going to do that now. D3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so this one is going to disappear on turn 4. Put a tiny dice on it. One of these 2 is going to disappear on turn 5. Low, high, low. Okay, so a lot of fighting is going to take place over in this corner, which is good because it means I don't have to lean as much. Let's be entirely honest here. The entire reason I do these is because I'm lazy and don't like moving around a lot. The side mission is side thingy is supply lines, which it's going to focus on. So yeah, while we control the home objectives, there is a 50-50 chance of getting an additional command point, which is quite nice. This is also, by the way, the first time I've used the Ork terrain. A lot like the sisters as well. I'm going to be doing this more as a themed thing because the Orks are quite heavily on the planet of Ollaniue, which is the Trench Hounds homeworld. And there are whole sections which are built up as just Ork crap holes. But yeah, I've actually had this terrain for ages. I've been waiting to start playing Orks. I just didn't have the Ork Combat Patrol. And I did not have the bits to make it, believe it or not. Oh, on that note, the Deathcopters are starting off table. So there's a lot of deep striking in this mission. In this fight, so that's going to be quite fun. So who's going first then? Is it going to be the Orks or the Umis? Or is it going to be the Orks or the Umis? It's going to be the Trench Hounds. I'm going to check this. If it's the choice of whether you go first or second, I think the Trench Hounds are going to let the Orks come to them. You'll find out in a few seconds when you read the next title card who wins this rule check, I guess. Adeptus Astartes have to go first. So, yeah, that's happening. I'm spending a point on duty and honor to hold this because the Astartes don't have battle line. And on a 4 or more, yes, they get their combat patrol command point back. Now I guess they get to move in a little bit. genuinely don't know where they're going to go. Okay, the Infernus Marines have moved up to take cover behind this building here. And Captain Carrick himself is being slightly more cagey. He's run. I got a 5, so it was a 10-inch move. And initially I was going to have him cover this one up here. But honestly, him being charged on, he'd be charged on his own by that mob there that has the rocket launcher and the knob with a power claw. So I figured, no, not this turn. Maybe next turn. Next turn, then when everyone comes in, we will see. For now, no. And that makes it Orcs turn 1. So, first up, the Orcs are grabbing that objective. Secondly, they gain an additional command point on a 4 or more. They do not. And lastly, already this early on, I think they're going to call a WAAAGH. So the WAAAGH means they can advance and charge, get a 5 up in Von, and boys get +1 strength, which is real useful when they decide they're going to essentially charge headlong straight into this guy. Yeah, let's do it. Truly, it is a green tide, and already I absolutely cannot wait until we have the Orc versus Sisters match, which is going to be 2 incredibly fast melee units just running headlong into each other. Important ones are these guys rolled 5, so that's an 11-inch move, which means they are all but guaranteed to hit the boss. Down here, these guys only got an 8-inch advance. And this guy only got a 10, which considering he's got a 8-inch move, like two 2s on advance rolls is poop. But yeah, the important part is this lot over here and the Infernus Marines are going to overwatch into these guys. They get 5d6 automatic hits, which they're very, very good. Oof, that is 10. That is 22 automatic hits. The captain may not be quite as should not be quite as worried as I thought he was going to be. Okay, this is technically known as an orc amount of dice. They need 4s to wound. So that actually looks about average. I'm not 6, 9. Yeah, that is exactly half. There you go. Well done, Marines. No, it's not. There you go. 10, slightly below half. Now, the Orcs have 5 up invulnerable saves. They've got 5 up saves anyway, but it's invulnerable. 4, 2 saved. Aha, that is 8 Orcs dead. But that is going to leave the boss, so I will live. I'm sure the lads will find this very, very funny. Okay, as is only a right and proper, the boss is charging the boss, as are that mob. He needs 12 inches, they need 6. The other unit of boys are charging the Infernus Marines, they need 8. And the Death Dread needs a 12. No, it needs a 10. He needs a 12. So I'm going to do these in reverse order. The boss first does not get in. Screw it. Command point. This is important. It's very important that the boss has a 1 in 36 chance of charging. No. The Dread needs a 10. Absolutely in. And the Infernus Marines are going to find out real fast why they never make it to turn 2. This mob needs 8. No. And the Knob and his 1 slugger boy up there are in. Cool. Actually, this kind of works out if only because it means that, like, the Orks actually have pretty good, like, board coverage now. Like, if they'd all charged in, the Marines could have just teleported down there and just, yeah, open fire. They could still do that, but at least pretend that this was a tactical option. Oh, I think I'm going to... No, I'm not. No, the Marines don't have enough command points to interrupt. So I'm going to do that one second and start with the Death Dread, cutting up a whole bunch of Infernus Marines. Okay, the Death Dread gets 6 attacks, needing 3s to hit. Oh, some are going to survive. Needs 2s to wound. The Death Dread wants them dead. They have 5s to save. Because Death Dreads are only AP -2. It's actually not great. I mean, it is. It's brilliant. But still. Yeah, that is 4 dead. I'm going to leave the Sergeant. There's no statistical difference, but... And he'll pile in on his own turn. But still, it's time for one dude with a combat knife to take on a giant rusty war mech. What could possibly go wrong here? We're +1 to strength and attacks. So, no, he misses on that one. Cool. The important part is I read the rules. Everyone writing comments, continue to write them. They're very good engagement. And while we're here, like and subscribe. I'm told if I do that early on, it's more likely to do it. And yeah, that's your call to action for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now onto this level of crumping. Over here we are starting with the boss, who needs 4s to hit. And then we're on to the boy, who needs 3s to hit. Okay, boy gets strength 5 under WAAAGH, so it needs 4s to wound. And the captain has a 3-up save because the boy's at -1 AP. Oh, the boy does 1 wound to him, but now it is time for the Marines to exact horrible and physical vengeance on these guys. Yeah, the captain is going to go first. He is going to exact vengeance for being stabbed a bit. He needs 2s to hit. Yep. He needs 4s to kill. Oh no, he doesn't. They do have invulnerable saves, but it needs 4s to wound still. Okay, that is 3 wounds. They have a 5-up invulnerable save. If I make 2 of these, the boss actually does survive this. Yeah, the last boy is dead, but the boss is having a great time. The boss really wants to be here. For now, give it about 30 seconds. Speaking of really wanting to be here. Okay, the Infernus Marine gets 3 attacks, needing 3s to hit. They all hit. I mean, honestly, if he'd missed, I would have been more... honestly, kind of just disgusted. Not even disappointed. Needs 6s to wound. That is a wound. The Dread has a 2-up save. Yeah, it pinks off his armour. Blink. We're going to Marines turn 2. So over here, things are going quite badly. I think the captain is going to take out the knob. But the Death Dread is probably going to do nasty things. There was a chance of getting an additional command point? No additional command point. However, over the other side of the battlefield, I've just done the entire movement phase as well, because honestly, right now, yeah, it was just deploying the Terminators with the Librarian over here. And I have declared the unit of boys as the Oath of Moment target this turn. Mainly so, yeah, mainly so the Terminators can just wipe them in a single round, because that's going to be all of the assault cannon fire and all of the Stormbolter fire with sustained attack, which is quite nasty. I wouldn't want to get hit by it, is what I'm saying. They do have invulnerables. It's just so many dice. So yeah, I guess let's let them do that then. So it's been a while, and it is time for the inaugural shot of the Terminators with their assault cannon. Needing 2s to hit because they're the Oath of Moment. Re-rolling misses. That is 7 hits because the Librarian gives them sustained attacks. So 3s to wound with 6s being devastating wounds. Although that doesn't actually affect invulnerable saves anymore. So yeah, that's all wounds. 5 up invulnerable saves. Oh, hang on a minute. Actually, I am going to check that. There were 2 devastating wounds there. I'm second guessing myself. I know they're not mortal wounds anymore, but do they ignore invulnerable saves? No, I have checked, and yeah, devastating wounds are not mortal wounds, but they do ignore invulnerable saves. So 2 orcs can get bent. As can another 2, so that is 4 dead from the assault cannon alone, and it's going to be all 3 bolter boys, and I guess him. And now onto the absolute annihilation that is all of the goddamn Stormbolters. I'm going to do the Librarians first, because the Librarian is actually worse at shooting than the only slightly. Yeah, so it's 3s to hit, re-rolling misses. So it's not awful. 5s to wound, 2 wounds, 5 up saves, 1 more dies. God, 5 up saves doing so goddamn well. And then the other 4 means that they're getting 16 shots, which I am trying to get these in focus, both because it's just they look so cool, and also because I'm giving myself a bit of time to grab some dice. Needs 2s to hit, re-rolling misses, with each 6 being an additional hit. So that is 2 6s. So 16 shots gives 17 hits. Needs 5s to wound. Like, this is like just, come on. Oh my god. Death Dread, please. Oh. Stupid Death Dread. That is only 5 wounds. Okay. They cannot wipe the unit this turn, no matter what. 5 up saves. No. Okay, so that is all 4 of the boys dead, and the knob is left on 1 wound. I mean, they can't wipe the unit, but it doesn't hugely matter at this point. Like, that is 1 very, very dead orc. Oh! Silly me. Librarian's got a psychic attack as well. I can't remember how much damage it does. Or how strong it is. Yeah, he's got D6 shots with his smite. He gets 4. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling misses. Yup. Yeah, okay, that's 3 hits, wounding on 4s. Ooh, -1 AP, but that doesn't matter. 5-up invulnerable save, or the knob is dead. They have, in fact, wiped the Oath of Moment unit. That is a lot of dead orcs. Actually, there's only currently 3 orcs on the table. Which, firstly, worth, but also, I actually think, like, I'm going to keep going on because, like, yeah, they've wiped out like 20 boys, but who cares? More where they came from. The boss is still alive. Although the Terminators are now going to try charging the war boss. And that is 10 inches. Oh, I think 10 inches. 10 inches may be in. If it is, then I'm going to do it. If it's not, I'm not going to command point reroll. Because I set him up 9 inches away from the boys, but the boys were slightly further behind than he was. I guess we'll find out in a few seconds. Yeah, they're in. They're in. They're very, very in. The boss is not the Oath of Moment target, though, so it's not necessarily going to immediately cause a wipe. Especially because he's a grizzled scar boy, so they actually need to do quite a lot of damage to him to kill him. So, first up, the Power Fists. Need 3s to hit, with no rerolls. Ooh. This is not a time to start missing people, but that is 2 extra hits from Veil of Time, giving everything sustained attack. Then they need 3s to wound, because the boss is tough as nails. Oof! The boss has a 4-up save, even after the power clause. So he has failed 4. Grizzled Scarboy means he halves that damage, so he's on 3 wounds. And that was, let's be real here, their best chance. Let's go on to the Power Sword. Gets 2 hits. Needs 6s to wound. I don't need 5s. No. And the Force Axe is... I want to say 4 attacks. I'm just looking it up. It's been a while. Yeah, 4 attacks, 3s to hit, 4s to wound. We use to hit first. Ooh, that is 5 hits, 4s to wound. That is 4 wounds. Okay, roll the save. Yeah, it was 3-up saves. He's taken all of that. The boss is on 3 wounds. And all that's really done is annoy him. And now it is time for the Orcs to attack back. They are still under war until the start of their turn. But you know what? Screw it. Boss over there. No, not the boss, the knob. Because now we're alternating, so the knob's going to attack before the captain decapitates him. The knob gets 2 hits, needs 3s to wound, 2 wounds. Captain gets a 4-up save. Fails on. Okay, so the captain is down to 3 wounds as well. You know what? I'm going to give the Infernus Marine a single round of combat. 3 hits. 6s to wound. No wounds. And then 7 attacks back from the Death Dread. Gets 5 hits. 2s to wound. Bloody hell. Needs to make 3 5-up saves or he's dead. No. The Infernal Marines are gone. And while I'm here, the captain into the knob. Needs 2s to hit. Doesn't get a reroll, but doesn't need 3s to wound. Yeah, knob needs to make 3 5-up saves or he's dead. Makes 1 out of the 3, which is kind of the same sentence. Knob dead. Okay, now, last but not least, I need to actually check the boss's melee stats. And while I'm here, I think these two are going to consolidate towards each other. Screw it. This is going to be the next big fight. There's nothing the captain can do to stop it. So may as well be a big damn hero about it. Yeah, I need to check the boss's stats. Okay, so the boss is nice and simple. He's weapon skill 2, he's strength 13, and he has 5 attacks. So it's 2s to hit. That is 2 misses, 2s to wound. The Terminators have 4-up saves. He does 2 damage. He's killed a Terminator. I don't think that's going to entirely save him, but you never know in this point. That's it. Yeah, it's on to Orks turn 3. Turn 2 even. Oh my god, this is only the second turn. This is it. This is everything on the table after the second turn. The Orks are getting death copters, but still, bloody hell. Okay, I'm doing a combined movement and command phase, mainly because the boss is staying where he is and is declaring the Terminators as the target for a crump in this turn. If I can kill him, I get 3 extra victory points. The Death Dread is moving up to support and is going to fire off a rocket into him, if of course he's not killed by the Ride of the Valkyroks, who have shown up here ready to blast him. We also get an additional command point on a 4 or more. No. For the record, the reason they get that is because the Terminators didn't actually take the objective. They take the objective at the end of the command phase, and they teleport in at the end of the movement phase. So yeah, that's the thing. Let's batter the boss with a whole bunch of shoots and then try and charge some Terminators. This is so stupid. Okay, the Death Dread isn't even going to look, but he's going to try rocketing him. Gets D3 shots. 2 shots. Needs 5s to hit. No, nothing. Because he wasn't even looking. Too busy going after this lot. Now on to the Death Copters. Okay, we are starting with the Copters rockets. They've got 2 D3 shots for 4. Need 5s to hit. That is absolutely nothing. Excellent. I love when Orcs shoot. Orc shooting is the best thing. There is also the custom Mega Blaster, which gets 3 shots. Also misses and is hazardous. It does not explode. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, the shooting phase. Okay, I guess going to measure this up. The Death Dread is going to go into the Terminators, and I guess the Death Copters are going to try charging the Captain. Oh, this is real stupid. I kind of love it, but this is very stupid. Okay, the Death Dread needs 6s. They need 9s because they are just outside deep strike range. Death Dread is in. And the Deathcopters are absolutely not in. Okay. Because it's time for the Death Dread, who is no longer under the effects of WAAAGH, sadly. To attack, needs 3s to hit. That's still pretty good. Yeah, it needs strength 10, needs 2s to wound. Yep, that is 4 wounds, minus 2 AP. They got 4 up saves. Each fail is a dead Terminator. Okay, it's only one dead Terminator, but that is, I believe, the last regular dude. Oh, this is, yeah, person. Oh, he's a Stormbottle dude as well. Okay, cool. Yeah. When the Death Dread wants to, the Death Dread is very, very good. When the Death Dread doesn't want to be very good, it's crap. That's not fair. I mean, ripping apart a Terminator is not bad. And now there's only 2 Power Fist dudes to go left to go into the War Boss. That's everything's going to pile into the War Boss, kill it before it can attack. That's going to be 3 misses. Needs 3s to wound. Got 4 up saves. Oh my god. The Power Sword gets 2 hits. Needs 5s to wound. Nothing. Oh my god. Is the boss going to survive this? The 4 sacks all hit. That is 2 wounds. 3 up saves. Yeah, the boss survives. Oh my god. The boss is now going to explain politely why leaving him alive is a bad idea, needing 2s to hit. Unfortunately, he has gone down. He's on strength 12 now rather than 13. So he still needs 2s to wound. They have 4 up saves. Yeah, that's another Terminator dead. That's the last regular Power Fist guy. Good golly gosh. They haven't wiped them out, which I was kind of relying on the Dread doing better than that. But yeah, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this game so far. Like, I'm enjoying it, but I don't know who's winning. Like, the Space Marines have 4 models, but they're all Terminators. 2 of them are characters. The Orks have 5 models, but it's everything that isn't a boy left alive on the field. So there is that. Everything is going very weird. I guess it's time for Astartes turn 3. So the boss is the Oath of Moment target. I should probably put the wound counter up there as well. I'm moving Captain Carrick over to try and take him down in single combat, etc., etc., etc. Before that, however, because Carrick has moved over here, I'm going to overwatch with the Deathcopters because I think it's very fun. The thing is, Orks are great at Overwatch because all their weapons are designed to not be very accurate anyway. So, yeah, 2d3 rockets. That is 3. Needing 6s rather than 5s. No. The Custom Mega Blaster gets a hit. That would have been 3 hits if I... Boo. Custom Mega Blasters are strength 9, so it needs 3s to wound. Oh. Wound minus 2 AP. So 4 up save. No, it does T6 damage. It kills him. He's just flat out dead. He gets wiped out by orc shooting, which is what happens when you start trying to be cocky. Speaking of which, that's a hazardous roll. The orcs are fine. That may actually be the turning point of the entire thing, because now we're on to melee, because weirdly, Terminators don't have pistols. And I am going to open with the Death Dread. Oh, by the way, crumping time is you do it at the start of the battle round, at the start of the battle round, not the turn. So I should have done it at the start of the Marines' turn. I'm doing it now. It's the same target. It's still the Terminators. 3s to hit. Oh, God. Now the Dread's getting warmed up. 2s to... Christ almighty. Yep, 2s to wound. What is going on? That is 4 up saves, each failing as a dead Marine. That is both of the remaining Marines. The only one left now is the Librarian, who is the only one left, full stop. So the Librarian, yep, 4 attacks, 3s to hit, re-rolling misses. 3 hits. It is a strength of 1,000,000 men. Strength 6, so 2 wounds. It is AP1, it's got 3 up saves. Yeah, saves both of them. And now he's going to turn around and politely ask him to stop. 4 hits, 2s to wound. That's 4 wounds, 4 up saves. The Warboss does 4 wounds to the Librarian, which leads to the important question of how many wounds does the Librarian have? 5. The Librarian is still alive in what can best be described as barely. Because now it is time. You know what? It is Orcs' turn. Orcs' turn 3. It all comes down to this. I am just going to give the librarian. I'm going to let the Librarian swing first, because the Librarian will swing first. Librarian gets 4 hits. Gets 1 wound. Physically can't kill the boss now. Does fail the save. D3 wounds halved. So down 1 wound. Yeah, physically can't kill him. Down to 2. The boss is going to respond. That is 3 hits. 2 wounds. Need to make 2 4-up saves. Does. Oh, the Death Dread. Gets 4 hits. Also needs 2s to wound. That is 3 wounds. Okay, so you make all these 4-up saves, or the Librarian is dead and the Orcs have tabled. Yeah, the Orcs have officially tabled the Marines. So the Orc Combat Patrol, or it's sometimes known the Death Dread and the Warboss, are pretty good, aren't they? Yeah, that is 2 melee beat sticks. Yeah, so tabled, we are going to get enough victory points to win this. Yeah, the Warboss is pretty good, isn't he? And the Death Dread, when it gets going, is a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy the next few weeks. I'm going to tell you that for nothing. See you in the debrief. you know, as much as I do genuinely love going out into other games, finding non-GW stuff, but honestly, there is something for just coming back, running up a bunch of orcs and just murderizing everything. And yeah, I don't know how it felt to watch, but up until that very, very insanely lucky Overwatch round, I honestly thought the Orcs were going to lose this. But yeah, getting them a kill on the captain was bonkers good. I'm very, very happy about that. And oh, I love Orcs. I love Orcs. I don't know whether I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to say it again anyway. I got this terrain in the first edition of Kill Team, and I've been sitting on it until I finished the Orc combat, or until I got the Orc combat patrol, and I genuinely love it. Like, I genuinely love that they're designed so you can snap them together, and it makes bigger buildings. It works in the short edges too. So there you go, a bit of a behind the scenes bit. You can also, if you use the platforms, you can actually make one big solid building out of these four, which I think is amazing. Yeah, I'm just, you might be able to tell, I've just got the biggest grin on my face. Whenever orcs show up, it is a case of, I'm sure some people want to play tactically. I, on the other hand, just want to run in and crump everything. I'm so excited. Like, coming up, we've got the Tyranids, which is going to be very interesting. I'm genuinely shocked, by the way, while I'm here, that the Orcs don't have the ability to reinforce, but they don't. So yeah, that got Tyranids. I think them versus the Sisters is going to be bonkers. WAAAGH versus the basically both two sides that can turn one charge and both want to get up close and just it's going to be great. And what is the Death Dread if not just a gigantic penitent engine? Orcs versus Imperial Guard, I will always love. Just, it's not quite as iconic to me as Orcs as Imperial Guard and Tyranids, but yeah. And then on the other hand, we've then got Tower Necrons coming up, who are far more shooty, and yeah, if they can get a few, like the Doomsday Cannon on the War Boss will probably do horrible things. Although I've said that every time I use the Doomsday Cannon, and it never works. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. And also one bit I'm just looking at, I'm just quite annoyed by the fact that the Combat Patrol Terminators, the Leviathan Terminators, all come on molded bases, so they're slightly bigger than the War Boss. The War Boss is meant to be up here and bigger than the Terminators. He don't need no stupid molded base. He does have a small molded base, but it's so flat you wouldn't notice. Oh, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just really, I really enjoyed that. And yeah, if you want to see how the Orcs do, I mean, again, coming up against some heavy hitters, Tyranids next, which is going to be a real interesting one. Termagants versus boys. On paper, the boys have it. In practice, however, God only knows. But we will find that out, I mean, next week. So if you want to see that, I know I've already said it, I'm going to call to action again. Subscribe. Let me know down in the comments who you think, how well you think the Orcs are going to do. Who do you think the Orcs are going to do well against? Who do you think they're going to do badly against? I actually do wonder if the Tower are going to do pretty well against the Orcs, but I don't know. We'll see, basically. And until then, thank you very much for watching and have a great night. Bye.